dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke, and I welcome you all to the MCGM's virtual classroom.
My dear students, today in Standard 10th History, we will be learning the topic Heritage Management. In the first part of this topic, we have learnt about sources of history, their conservation and preservation, then some famous museums, and now in today's part, we are going to learn about libraries and archives, encyclopedias. So, here we are starting it with the libraries and archives. Now, here library is the word or the concept which is very familiar to you, because in our school there are libraries and many times we visit to the library to read books other than our syllabus or other than our textbooks. So, in detail now today in this topic we are going to discuss about libraries and archives. So, libraries are the storehouse of knowledge. This word is very important. Libraries are the storehouse. Storehouse of what? Storehouse of knowledge, because in the library thousands of books are there. Number of books are there on various topics, on various subjects. It may related with the science, it may related with mathematics, it may related with history and geography, or other than this related with the literature. So, books of poem, then the short stories and many books. So, it is said that the libraries are the storehouse of knowledge and information, because we get information by reading all these books, or sometimes if we want to know something special about any particular topic or we want any kind of reference, then we can get that easily by using the books in the library. Library science is very closely related to management science, information technology and the field of education. Now, while library science is related with all these three things, management science, because in the library there is kind of management to manage the books, to manage the record and to manage the members of the library. Information technology, because nowadays technology is involved in the library, not only the old registers, but nowadays we can find computers there. So, it is related with the information technology and the field of education. Now, what exactly libraries perform? What exactly libraries perform? Libraries perform various tasks like collecting books. Very important task of the library is to collect books. Then not only collecting the books but arranging them systematically is again very important, क्योंकि कभी अगर किसी पर्टिकुलर बुक की डिमांड आती है कि हमें ये बुक चाहिए, या फिर किसी एक पर्टिकुलर राइटर के बारे में पूछा जाता है, या फिर किसी एक पर्टिकुलर रेफरेंस के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए होती है, एट दैट टाइम इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू गेट दैट बुक ऑन टाइम और इन टाइम. And for that, it is very important to arrange the available books systematically. Then conservation and preservation of those books is also very important thing. Then the dissemination of information sources. All these are the important tasks which are there in library management. Many of these tasks are completed with the help of computerized systems. As I told you before, पहले बहुत सारे रजिस्टर्स वगैरह हुआ करते थे, लेकिन अब विद द हेल्प ऑफ न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, विद द हेल्प ऑफ मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी, कंप्यूटर्स है और उस पर सारी लिस्ट्स होती है, अरेंज सिस्टमेटिकली किया गया होता है. सो टू मेक अ बुक अवेलेबल टू अ रीडर एज पर हिज रिक्वायरमेंट इन द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ लाइब्रेरी मैनेजमेंट. Now, if you go through the history of libraries, then the Royal Library of Ashurbanipal 7th century BCE, then the Assyrian emperor in Mesopotamia, then the library at Takshashila University 5th century BCE, and the library in Alexandria, Egypt 4th century BCE are supposed to be the earliest libraries in the world. So, these were the famous libraries of that period, and many people from the different parts of worlds used to use the books in the libraries or the sources in the libraries. Then the Saraswati Mahal Granthalay in Tanjore, Tamil Nadu was built in 16th 17th century during the times of Nayak dynasty. But in 1675 CE, Venkoji Raje Bhosle, related with the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Venkoji Raje Bhosle conquered Tanjore and established his independent rule. And what he did after that? His successors kept expanding Saraswati Mahal Granthalay by adding books in the Granthalay. Then Sarfoji Raje Bhosle contributed the most in this expansion, and that is why in 1918 the library was renamed as the Tanjore Maharaja Sarfoji's Saraswati Mahal Library in his honor. Now the next point, there are several noteworthy libraries in India. For instance, National Library in Kolkata, Nehru Memorial Museum and Library in Delhi, State Central Library in Hyderabad, Library of Asiatic Society and David Sassoon Library in Mumbai. So, you people in Mumbai can visit these libraries, Library of Asiatic Society, this one, and the David Sassoon Library. From the technical point of view, the management of archives is akin to library management, because there is not much difference between the libraries and the archives, but the basic difference is that in the library one can get the books and in archives one can get the documents. So, preserving documents with important content in their original condition is the main function or the objective of archives. जैसे बहुत सारे important documents होते हैं अपने स्कूल में भी, जैसे हमारा लिविंग स्कूल सर्टिफिकेट है या फिर GR रजिस्टर एक स्कूल में होता है, तो ये उसे स्टोर करके रखना पड़ता है, क्योंकि अगर आगे कई सालों बाद उसका कुछ रिकॉर्ड चाहिए होता है, तो ऐसी कुछ गवर्नमेंट रिलेटेड चीज़ें हैं या फिर एनी अदर रिलेटेड विद द लिटरेचर, रिलेटेड विद द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ द कंट्री और ऑफ एनी पर्टिकुलर किंग और ऑफ द किंगडम, तो ऐसी सारी चीज़ें संभाल कर रखी जाती है इन देयर ओरिजिनल कंडीशन, and the place where it is stored is called archives. Then preserving documents with important content in their original condition, preparing indexes, again very important thing to find the particular thing, and creating accurate systems of retrieval of documents are the important tasks in the management of archives. So, documents from the archives are supposed to be very reliable, because these documents are nothing but the documents which are original, and that is why it is reliable. Because of the heavy dependency on computerized systems, information technology has become an inevitable part of the management of libraries and archives. Nowadays everywhere there is computer we can find, so that in the libraries and archives also computer is the necessary thing. The first official archives of India, the Imperial Record Department, was established in 1891 CE in Kolkata. But here on the screen you can see the use of computer or computerized system. Here the Imperial Record Department, which was established in 1891 CE in Kolkata, and it was shifted to Delhi in 1911 CE. So, this one is the first archive of India. In 1998 CE, the President of India, Honorable K.R. Narayanan, opened the archives for public. Before that, it was not open for all, but the K.R. Narayanan opened the archives for public. It is a department under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Culture of the Indian government. The documents have been preserved here in a chronological order from 1748. Now, what is chronological order? Next to the next to the next to the next. जैसे 1748 उसके बाद 1749, 1750, 1751 इस तरह से क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में उन्हें स्टोर किया गया है, प्रिजर्व किया गया है. इट इंक्लूड्स records in English, Arabic, Hindi, Persian, Sanskrit and Urdu languages. It also includes records in Modi script, which is a script जो यूज़ की जाती थी लोगों के द्वारा. जैसे अभी हम इंग्लिश, हिंदी, मराठी ये सारी स्क्रिप्ट लिखते हैं, बोलते हैं, समझते हैं, वैसे मोडी एक स्क्रिप्ट है. These records are classified in 4 categories: public records, oriental studies, manuscripts and private records. So, governments of every state in India maintain independent archives. The archives of Maharashtra state government has branches in Mumbai, Pune, Kolhapur, Aurangabad and Nagpur, which are the very famous and the important cities of Maharashtra. There are about 5 crore Modi document. Just think about this number, 5 crore Modi documents related to Maratha history in the Pune branch here, Pune Puralekhagar. These documents are referred to as Peshwa Daftar. So, if you want to know anything about the Peshwai or about anything about the Maratha history, then you can go through these documents which are preserved there in the Pune archives. Then the next point is encyclopedias. Next to the libraries and archives, very important encyclopedias to study history and the all other related subjects. Encyclopedia is a systematic compilation of information or knowledge of various topics. The information or knowledge in encyclopedia is arranged with a specific method. So, a book or set of books, एक से ज़्यादा भी books हो सकते हैं, set, a book or set of books giving information on many subjects or on many aspects of one subjects. या तो अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट्स होंगे या फिर एक ही सब्जेक्ट्स के अलग अलग जो एस्पेक्ट्स हो सकते हैं, अलग अलग एंगल हो सकते हैं अबाउट दैट. सो अ बुक और सेट ऑफ बुक्स giving information on many subjects or on many aspects of one subject and typically arranged alphabetically, then such type of book is called encyclopedia. Organizing available knowledge and making it accessible is the main objective of encyclopedias. Here on the screen you can see the image of science encyclopedia. So, you can find terms or the concepts related with the science in this encyclopedia, or this one children's encyclopedia, the book that explains everything. So, alphabetically if you go, you can find each and every term related with the things in the surrounding. Now, benefits of encyclopedia. Why to use encyclopedia, or what is the help of encyclopedia, or why encyclopedias are there. Encyclopedias make vast volume of knowledge accessible to readers. If you want to know something, if you want to refer something, if you want the definition of any particular term, then you can go for the encyclopedia, or you can go through encyclopedia. It is accessible. Then it can help in satisfying their curiosity. Again the same thing. If you are studying your textbook, and in the textbook related with the topic, number of words are there, but due to limitations these words are given only, and if you want to know in detail about that particular concept, then you can go through encyclopedia. It can satisfy your curiosity. Encyclopedias provide fundamental information on any topic. Then the reader gets motivated to read extensively. Encyclopedias make the existing knowledge easily accessible to scholars and researchers, and also highlight the research areas. It highlights the research areas which have not yet received enough attention. The intellectual and cultural needs of a society determine what kind of encyclopedic literature would be created. So, it is the indicators of the state of cultural ripeness of a society. Accuracy, then the meticulousness, objectivity, standardized format of presentation and updated information are the criteria for designing a structure of an encyclopedia. So, if you want to write your own encyclopedia, or if you want to make your own encyclopedia, then all these things you have to take into consider: accuracy, meticulousness, objectivity, standardized format of presentation and updated information. Encyclopedias are arranged either in alphabetical order, very common way of arranging the things or the information, or according to the order of topics, so that one can find it easily. नहीं तो अगर उसमें कोई ऑर्डर नहीं रहेगा तो ढूंढने में बहुत मुश्किल हो सकता है. जैसे डिक्शनरी है जिसमें हम अल्फ़ाबेटिकली वर्ड्स को ढूंढते हैं. द encyclopedia कैन बी क्रिएटेड either by a single editor or an editorial committee. In the committee, number of people are there who are perfect or scholar of that particular field, and they can put their notes. The encyclopedia can be created either by a single editor or an editorial committee. Now, the types of encyclopedia. Encyclopedias can be approximately divided into 4 types, and the first one is very common, dictionaries, which we use for English language. Then comprehensive encyclopedia, Vishwakosh, encyclopedic literature and indexes. Now, one by one we have to talk about this in detail. The first one, dictionaries. Dictionaries arrange the words in a language in certain order. There are number of dictionaries in the world of each and every language. जैसे इंग्लिश की डिक्शनरीज तो हम यूज़ करते ही हैं, लेकिन हर एक लैंग्वेज की डिक्शनरीज होती है. Dictionaries arrange the words in a language in certain order. Alphabetical order is more common. It gives meaning of words, synonyms and etymology. There are various types of dictionaries, which includes comprehensive dictionaries, then the dictionaries which include only certain type of words. Dictionaries of terminology deals with terms peculiar to a branch of knowledge, for example science dictionary. Then the etymological dictionaries, then next to that the thesaurus, where you can find the synonyms or the concepts with the similar meaning. Then the dictionaries of idioms and proverbs. So, all these are the kinds of the types of dictionary, which is a type of encyclopedia. Now, the next one, comprehensive encyclopedia or Vishwakosh. There are two types of Vishwakosh. First one, it includes all subjects, as is in the name. As it is in the name, Vishwakosh. विश्व मतलब वर्ल्ड, पूरी दुनिया. तो पूरी दुनिया में जो कुछ है उस सब के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन आपको विश्वकोश में मिल सकती है. इन द पार्ट वेयर इट इंक्लूड्स ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स अंडर द सन. सी द सेंटेंस, इट इंक्लूड्स all the subjects under the sun. For example, Encyclopedia Britannica, which is very famous. Then the Maharashtriya Samdnya Kosh or Marathi Vishwakosh. And then second one, it includes comprehensive information on one chosen subject. For example, Bharatiya Sanskriti Kosh, this one, or Samdnya Kosh, in which you can find information about exercises and yogas and about VAM. So, Bharatiya Sanskriti Kosh is what? 10 volumes of Bharatiya Sanskriti Kosh were edited and published by Mahadev Shastri Joshi. About this I am talking. These volumes contain information about Indian history, geography, various ethnic and lingual groups, local history of those groups, their festivals and other cultural aspects. So, all these are the things included in the Vishwakosh. Now, the third one, encyclopedic literature. It is similar to an encyclopedia which comprises scholarly articles providing information on all possible aspects of one or more predetermined subjects. So, here the subject is already determined and the information related with that particular subject. For example, Maharashtra Jeevan volume 1st and 2nd, Shahar Pune volume 1st and 2nd, or yearbook in this very famous Manorama or Times of India yearbook. ये जो ईयरबुक्स होते हैं वो आप अगर अलग अलग स्टेशन पे या बस स्टॉप पे जो बुक स्टॉल्स होते हैं वहाँ पर भी आपको मिल सकते हैं. जैसे 2020 है या फिर 2021 है, ये ईयर ख़त्म हो जाता है तो उस पूरे साल में क्या क्या इम्पोर्टेंट घटनाएं घटी इन द पर्टिकुलर कंट्री, जैसे इंडिया है या फिर पूरी दुनिया में, वो सारी उस ईयर बुक में होती है. देन द फोर्थ type of encyclopedia, that is indexes. An index usually occur at the end of a book. Indexes are the alphabetical lists of individuals, subjects, places, keywords or reference books. And if we talk about the example, then the index of Marathi periodicals prepared by S.G. Date. Indexes are helpful in finding required information and it makes the information in a book easily accessible. In our textbook also, index page is there where you can find the name of the lesson, serial number of the lesson and also the page number, so that easily you can go for the particular topic by using that index. So, index is very helpful in finding the things. Now, encyclopedias on history related subjects. Encyclopedias can be a medium of strengthening national identity, and there is a rich tradition of creating encyclopedias on history related subjects. If we talk about the history of this, then the natural history was the first encyclopedia by Pliny the Elder, this one. Then the encyclopedia by Diderot, the French philosopher of the 18th century CE, and Encyclopedia Britannica. These are the famous one or the early encyclopedias. Here now, there is a rich tradition of creating encyclopedias on history related subjects, and the Bharatvarshiya Prachin Aityasik Kosh by Raghunath Bhaskar Godbole is the earliest encyclopedia of this kind, and it includes information about various individuals and places in ancient India. Then the Shivaji Maharaj, you can see there on the screen. So, Raj Vyavhar Kosh prepared during the reign of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj are important in the books of medieval period. Nigantu is also in that. Bharatvarshiya Prachin Aityasik Kosh and Maharashtriya Jnan Kosh. You can see on the screen. Edited by Sridhar Venkatesh Ketkar, this one. The major drive for Ketkar in creating it was to facilitate wider access to knowledge and to expand the intellectual sphere of Marathi speaking people. Then the Bharatvarshiya Charitra Kosh is another important encyclopedia. Siddheshwar Shastri Chitrav, here you can see, established a committee known as Bharatiya Charitra Kosh Mandal for publishing this encyclopedia. 3 volumes were published, namely Bharatvarshiya Prachin Charitra Kosh, Bharatvarshiya Madhyayugin Charitra Kosh and Bharatvarshiya Arvachin Charitra Kosh. So, with that particular period you can find the information. Then the next one, Sthalakosh, geographic information, as it is in the name. स्थल मतलब किसी place के बारे में बात कही जा रही है. Geographic information is essential for historical studies. Encyclopedias giving information about historical places are available in these. Here you can see Stanpoti, 14th century CE, is an encyclopedic text which is composed by Muni Vyas. Composed by Muni Vyas of Manubhav sect. It describes all those places visited by Chakradhar Swami, the founder of Mahanubhav sect. You people already learnt about this in the history of 6th standard. It gives us an inkling about Maharashtra in those days, and it also gives detail about the time, place and background of the events described in Leela Charitra. So, it is the Sthalakosh of Leela Charitra, we can say. Next one, Prachin Bharatiya Sthalakosh. Siddheshwar Shastri Chitra compiled this encyclopedic book, and it provides information about various places mentioned in Vedic literature, Kautilya Arthashastra, Panini's grammar, Valmiki Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas, medieval Sanskrit literature, and Shabdakos also in Jain and Buddhist literature, in Greek, Chinese, Persian literature. So, basic thing about the encyclopedia is that it gives us information about the particular period and about the things related with that particular topic. Now, the next one in this is Vishwakosh. The first Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Sri Yeshwantrao Chavan, initiated the compilation of Marathi Vishwakosh through Maharashtra Rajya Sahitya Sanskriti Mandal with a view to enhance the sphere of Marathi language and literature. So, it is the very important book or important encyclopedia which gives information of number of things in Marathi language, and the work was started under the guidance of Tarkatirth Lakshman Shastri Joshi. Next to this, Samdnya Kosh. There are encyclopedic texts explaining the terminology of history. For example, instance or colonialism or globalization. Such things are there in the Samdnya Kosh. Such texts are very useful for the teachers of history because it gives information other than the textbook or the knowledge or the information in detail. Now, school, college and university teachers of history can find ample opportunities in the field of publication of encyclopedias, as I told you before. जैसे मैंने कहा था कि आप भी encyclopedia में लिख सकते हैं, तब शायद आपको ये सवाल आया होगा कि कैसे, how? If you are good at something, then you can do this job. Encyclopedias of all types require experts in history, so that you can put your notes there or you can give your input. Every subject has a developmental history. Scholars of history can contribute significantly to encyclopedias of various types. And one more thing which is very important about this, by doing this you are helping others to know something about the things which you know already. So it is like giving your knowledge to others. So in the history of 10th standard, you people must have noted that with specialization in history one can get access to several career opportunities in various fields, and we have learnt about that in detail. You can choose your future career with the help of the information in this textbook. Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications.
So my dear ones, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.